Hi guys, and thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Ilko Iliev, founder of Elteco Sound Design and also creator of the Zoo Drive Guitar Overdrive effect pedal. Now from the very beginning I want to say that this demo might be a little bit risky because if you look around you probably will agree that I might be going out on a limb here since I have decided to use the kind of gear that you are probably not used to seeing used by people who really want to sell their pedals. As a viewer, your attention is automatically drawn to what is being advertised. If I told you today that I'm going to be demoing for you this Epiphone guitar, your brain will automatically and subconsciously filter out almost all other factors and gear and will attribute the quality of what you're hearing to the guitar. So I'm going to take my chances, and I'm not going to take the typical kind of approach with the Zoo Drive because I'm confident that this pedal can perform very well and outstandingly with or without expensive gear. Now, by saying this, I don't want to offend any of you out there with really expensive and classy instruments and classy setups, because as a matter of fact I firmly believe that if you are serious about music, buying an expensive instrument is totally and absolutely worth it. Instrument is not only a music creation tool, it's also a statement about who you are as a musician. But on the other hand, I don't want to discourage those of you who can't really afford to buy anything more expensive at the moment and are probably thinking, yeah, single pedal is not going to fix anything. Well, I disagree. I think that if you decide to try the Zoo Drive, it will bring a major improvement to your tone. So this is my philosophy for today, at least, because I got so much to tell you about this pedal. It's not going to fit in one video. Make sure you save the link and check it often. But my setup is this: Epiphone Nighthawk going to the Zoo Drive. The Zoo Drive goes directly to my old dug out of the closet Crate CR 112 solid state amp. Nothing special about it. And then the amp is mic'd with the SM57. And then the SM57 is connected to channel number 2 of my Yamaha mixer right next to the condenser mic that I'm using for my voice. Then the line out of the mixer is directly going into the line in of the camera that I'm using to shoot this video. I'm not gonna edit any of the audio that you're hearing. Is going to be as it is. And this is why I have to turn on and off the condenser mic whenever I'm playing my guitar, because I don't want the two signals to mix. So this is it for now. I mean, the video is gonna go on, and I guess I'm ready to make some more noise. Now, before I go any further, I would like to briefly explain the controls of the Zoo Drive. It has 4 knobs, 3 switches. It also has a tiger head, and it's called the Zoo Drive. Now, what happened was this. I always liked big cats, so I decided to put this tiger head on the front panel. But then I started thinking about a name, and I pictured in my head a whole bunch of guitar pedals, all different ones, each bearing the image of a different animal. And then I thought, my goodness, this looks like a whole zoo of guitar effect pedals, and that's how I came up with the zoo idea. But back to the tone controls, they are labeled in accordance to resemble what big cats do, and that's why we have, starting from left to right, roar, growl, hiss, and bite, and those simply translate to level control, bass control, treble control, and gain or drive control. Now, I have to say that I'm particularly happy with the way the bass control on the Zoo Drive turned out, because in comparison to many guitar amp bass controls, when turned up, it doesn't really introduce too many low mid frequencies that would make your sound muddy. It rather works within a range where it gives you this nice low punch without cluttering your tone with too many unwanted frequencies. I'm going to show what I mean. Now I hope you noticed that. Now I'm going to show you the frequency range within which the treble control works. Okay, now let's move to the drive or gain control, which on the Zoo Drive is labeled as byte. Now I'm gonna demo this knob for you, this control for you, but I'm gonna combine it with the second toggle switch, which is labeled light and heavy, because the light and heavy switch actually allows you to select between the two stages of drive that the Zoo Drive offers. Of course, intuitively, when you switch to heavy, you're gonna get more drive, and when you switch to light, you're gonna have less drive. When on light position, the Zoo Drive pretty much works within the drive range of most mainstream guitar overdrive pedals. When you flip over to the heavy position, it really gives you a lot more drive, which makes the pedal suitable for playing rock and even heavy rock stuff. I'm going to show what I mean. First, we're going to start with a clean tone, then I'm going to turn on the Zoo Drive with the lowest possible gain setting, and then we're going to go up progressively until we reach the maximum amount of gain. Alright, I hope you got an idea about the drive range of the Zoo Drive. Now let's move on to the next toggle switch, labeled soft and hard. Soft and hard refers to the type of clipping that the Zoo Drive provides you with. For those of you that don't know, clipping is the way that your guitar sound is being distorted. Now, soft clipping, by at least according to popular opinion, is more pleasant to listen to. It gives you a richer and warmer tone, and it's more characteristic of vacuum tube devices. On the contrary, hard clipping is more characteristic of solid state distortion or fuzz pedals, especially those the early ones coming from the late 60s, early 70s. Now I'm going to be demonstrating both for you, starting with soft clipping, then switching over to hard clipping, and then finishing off with soft clipping again. Okay, this was clipping. Now let's move on to the last toggle switch of the Zoo Drive, the one right here, which has been labeled Vintage and Modern. This toggle switch engages and turns off a tube simulation circuit. Of course, this circuit cannot simulate or replace 5 or 6 tube guitar head, but it really nicely sweetens and softens your tone, makes it warmer, and it's noticeable, and especially if you play the instrument. I'm going to demonstrate for you what it sounds with and without it. And please listen carefully because the differences are subtle, but again, noticeable. I'm going to start with vintage, which means the tube simulation circuit will be engaged. Then we'll turn to modern, which will turn off the tube simulation circuit, and finish off with vintage again. So this was what the vintage modern toggle switch of the Zoo Drive was all about, and it was the last the controls of the unit. Well, not exactly the last one, certainly the last of the visible ones, because there is something hidden in secret, something really cool that we call advanced tone customization. What it is a 4-pole dip switch, which allows you to make deep corrections to the way your mid frequencies behave, and also to enable and disable a 2-stage high-cut filter. Now both those features are really handy and cool, and not very many pedals offer them. So if you want to know more about them, please make sure, or don't be afraid, to subscribe to our channel and check for the video that's going to be dedicated especially and specifically to this function. Okay, enough talking about features and controls. Now, throughout this whole video, you have been seeing this guitar just sitting there. It is called Squier Bullet Strat. I have a respect, for the Squier brand, but this is probably the cheapest guitar they've ever made. I think it retails for something like $110, $120, $150 at the most, and it's a really beginner's guitar, and you might be curious what that sounds like with the Zoo Drive. So we're going to give it a try, and also, after all, how much more can I hurt this demo, right? Okay, this guitar, there's nothing really that I should tell you about it other than that it has a slight modification done to it. One of the tone controls has been removed, and on its place this toggle switch was added, which gives you the ability to use these two pickups when on position 4. When I flip it down, these two work together, giving you this kind of a Telecaster-y sound, and when I flip it back up, these two combination, the original combination of the pickups, is restored. Those are the original pickups, and this modification is really the only thing that makes it different from its original condition. So let's hear a couple more sound bites and wrap it up. Here's the clean tone. And the Zoo Drive is set on rather low gain settings for kind of a bluesy, funky type of playing. You know guys, just one last thing. When I was watching the finished videos, I thought that I might have been cheating you. Or maybe not exactly cheating, but probably holding something back. Because if you're like me, you probably have seen hundreds of demos. And very often the guys doing the demos, are using just one mic, and this is probably their camera mic. And that way you can hear their whole room. And I have not let you hear that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave the condenser mic on and let you in my room also. Here's what it was before. Well, there you have it. Oh, and you know, this wooden box is the nice, classy, almost shiny wooden box that the Zoo Drive comes in, and these are the other goodies that are in here. You have, you know, something called Easy Legend explaining the, you know, the controls of the Zoo Drive. You also have the instruction manual, which is really nifty. You know, folds in 4. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make my online manual downloadable on paper. And this is the warranty card that gives you 5 years of warranty period. So this is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out.